Today, we're going to be looking at an extremely rare and obscure Mario plushie that barely anyone knows about. As well, this plushie was exclusively released in Brazil, so it's obviously really obscure, as well not many plushies were exclusively released there, so that's why not a lot of people know about them. So yeah, with that said, welcome to a look at the Sarcop Mario plush set. Now, before we get to the individual plushes themselves, these plushes were actually released first in the catalog, so let's look at that real quick. Now, obviously, I can't read this catalog as well as in Portuguese, but using Google Translate, I was able to translate a little bit of it. And while the text doesn't really give us much information besides the fact that it was made by the company Sarcop and was exclusively released in Brazil. But one really interesting detail that was said in here is that the three plushes that were talked about were Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi. Now, Mario and Yoshi make complete sense as well. They were actually in the set, but there was never a Luigi plush. And while Donkey Kong wasn't really mentioned here, so yeah, it seems that Luigi probably got replaced by Donkey Kong. But yeah, that's really all there is to say about this text box as well, but doesn't really tell us any other things about the set. But yeah, starting off with the first plush in the set, we have Mario. Now, the Mario in this set sorta looks weird, as well the whole look to him just kinda looks strange. As well, for his face, it looks fine. It is made out of a fuzzy material, which I don't really like, as well, but a lot of the times when companies make these plushes out of this fuzzy material, they end up messing it up. And well, I guess they didn't really do too bad of a job on this one. The eyes do look a little weird though, as well the eyes are actually cross-eyed, so it ends up making him look a little weird. His mouth is also a bit strange as well, but it's just a little bit of an opening and it just doesn't really look that good. And while every other detail on his face looks fine, like his mustache and eyebrows, and for the hat, it looks pretty good. The emblem on the hat seems to be made out of an iron-on material, meaning that it could possibly get damaged. It's kinda hard to tell from the image, but it seems that the buttons on the overalls are possibly ironed on. Though it is kinda hard to tell as well, the quality of the images just aren't the best, I don't really have a close-up of it. But yeah, another strange thing about this Mario plush is that the position that he's in just sorta looks weird. As well, I feel like his arms are just a bit small, and also his legs are small as well. And while this plush can't really stand up as well, but I'm pretty sure he's either stuck in this sitting position or there's just no stuffing in the legs. So it ends up just making the legs look pretty weird, especially because they're just really short. So yeah, overall, the Mario plush kinda looks strange in some parts of the plush, but in other parts he looks pretty good. And while for the rarity of every single plush in the set, they're all extremely rare and pretty hard to find. And well, if you want these plushes, I would recommend you looking on websites like eBay, as well I don't really know any other website that you could really look on for them. Moving on to the next plush, we have Yoshi. Now, this plush is obviously stolen from the BDNA design of the plush. As of even in the set image is actually right next to the BDNA Yoshi, most likely because they probably just stole the pattern from that plush and just used it on their own. But it is sort of strange to have these plushes in the catalog images, I have no idea why they would put BDNA plushes with their own set. As it just doesn't really make a lot of sense to include that there as well, but makes it look like you stole the plushes even more. But yeah, there are actually a few differences on it though. First off, the eyes are made out of a plastic material. And while the eyebrows are actually a much darker green color, and that goes for the entire plush as well, it's just a much darker green color overall. Which I guess is a good thing as well, it makes it stand out a bit more than just being a copy of the BDNA Yoshi plush. But yeah, the face on this plush looks pretty good. It could use a bit more stuffing on the cheeks just to give it a bit more definition. The spikes on the back of Yoshi's head could get damaged as well, they're made out of a felt material, meaning that they could get bent. And while basically every single other part of the plush is basically the exact same as the BDNA plush. So yeah, there are a few differences about it, like it being a slightly darker green color, and also this plush is fully made out of this fuzzy material. So they obviously didn't fully copy BDNA, but they obviously took inspiration from them. But yeah, I actually do like this plush a lot more than the Mario plush, mainly just because I like the design of it more, and also it looks pretty nice. And while moving on to the final plush of the set, we have Donkey Kong. Now, this plush is actually much bigger than the others, which makes sense as well. Obviously, Donkey Kong's supposed to be bigger than the other characters. The face on this plush looks pretty strange though, as well. The eyes look really wide open because they're made out of a plastic material and don't really have anything covering them. So it just makes it look like his eyes are bulging out of his head, so it ends up making the plush look pretty weird. But besides that, all the other details on the face look really good, and they actually did a really good job with this plush. And well, just like the other plushes, the majority of this plush is made out of this really fuzzy material, as though it seems that they mostly just use that material for this set. But yeah, the face and everything looks really nicely stuffed, and they did a great job with it. The tie also looks pretty good, and it seems that the DK logo is most likely ironed on. And while his hands have some nice stitching on them just to give it a bit more detail and make his fingers a bit more defined. And while just like the Yoshi plush in the set, for whatever reason, in the set catalog, he's compared to the BD&A Donkey Kong plush. Once again, I have no idea why they're putting BD&A plushes within their own set image as well, but it just makes it look like that they're actually part of the set when they're not. But yeah, honestly, in my opinion, they definitely did a really good job with this plush, and in my opinion, this is the best plush in the entire set due to accuracy. As of the majority of this Donkey Kong plush looks really good, and the only really bad thing I have to say about it is that the eyes look sort of weird because they look like they're bulging out of his head. But besides that, I don't really have any complaints about this plush, and they did a really good job with it. So yeah, even though this is a really small set, it still is a very interesting one, and also is just a really obscure one that not many people know about. But yeah, if you want any of these plushes, you can look on eBay, but they're extremely rare because they were only released in Brazil back in 1999. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please like and subscribe and comment down below which plush it is your favorite, and yeah, have a great day.